Hello and welcome to the third game of day number 25 for StarLadder Star Series. And we've got ourselves a game between mouz Sports and 4FC. Now these two teams are of course on paper we're gonna be giving mouz Sports a favor, but 4FC is the team that is known to be able to pull upsets. So we're gonna see for now first for the scores how things are standing. If you look, 4FC is actually the team that has played least games and only have 4 losses. Now if you see who else got 4 losses, it is only the top 5. So if they actually make themselves win all the games that they still have to play, and they still have to play quite a few of the top ones also, so it will be tough. But, you know, best case scenario, they win every single game and they could actually still go to Kiev, in theory. mouz Sports, if they lose this game, they're gonna be having it tough because they still have to go up against Virtus Pro of the top teams. That's the only team they still have to face. And if they lose that one and lose this one, then they won't be going to Kiev. They can only lose one more game, and then it's not even guaranteed that they're gonna go, because as you can see, the team that is gonna have 4 losses as well at the end is gonna be put on par with Empire. Not an easy team to be at the same level with, and of course, they might be playing a game to decide who's gonna be going to Kiev and who's not. But let's see this game first. mouz Sports on the Dire side, 4FC on the Radiant side. We've got a Keeper of Light pickup because it was the Lone Druid that got banned out. A respect ban for Krill Lee, as he loves to play that Lone Druid. The Wisp, the Bat, and the Nyx being banned out as well. Then the Darkseer and the Shadow Demon picked up by mouz Sports. And with a Coddle there already, is 4FC gonna go the road that a lot of you people fear, as some of you love? Are they gonna be picking up the Phantom Lancer?
5 seconds remaining.
That is the question.
Reserve time.
I'm just waiting for it, because I mean there's a lot of different carries that can still benefit very well with the Keeper of Light. I mean a lot of heroes benefit from the Keeper of Light. That's why Keeper of Light is one of the main supports. That's why he's getting banned out so much. But it's still a Keeper of Light Phantom Lancer combination, you know. Oh well, we'll find out. By the way, in the meantime, if you're wondering why mouz Sports only has 40 seconds bonus time left, even though they didn't use anything yet, well, that is because they are having reducted bonus time for being late. That's right, they were the last one in the lobby. That also means that 4FC, they have chosen for first pick. And
mouz Sports turn to pick.
Therefore, mouz Sports chose Dire, so that's why we see 4FC on the Radiant side, or on the Radiant side and with first pick. We've got ourselves a Lifestealer and a Gyrocopter picked up by 4FC, so not going for that Keeper or for that Phantom Lancer, but still having 2 heroes that are very strong, and basically a combination that we see so often with having a Gyrocopter mid and a Lifestealer farming somewhere, or maybe an aggressive tri-lane with the Gyrocopter and Lifestealer on a safe lane. There are so many combinations possible. Lifestealer on the aggressive tri-lane. I mean, it is definitely 2 carries that we've seen combine up a lot lately, and we're gonna see if we're gonna see an aggressive tri-lane coming out from 4FC, or if we're gonna see the Gyrocopter mid. Everything is still possible for them, even with that Keeper of the Light there. mouz Sports are on to their last pickup, and it's gonna be a Nature's Prophet, so no carry for them just yet. So it's gonna be for 4FC a fairly easy job to ban heroes out against mouz Sports, because, I mean, they've got themselves a support already. They've got themselves in Darkseer and a Nature's Prophet. You're gonna assume one of them is gonna be in the jungle, and then you need only a carry and another solo lane, or a carry and a solo lane, carry and a solo mid, depending on what they're going to be expecting the Nature's Prophet to be doing, though. If the Nature's Prophet is indeed going to be going into the jungle. But we, of course, I mean, with the Shadow Demon, Aluna is a very great hero to have together with the Shadow Demon. You can, of course,
5 seconds remain.
get your Lucent Beam after that disruption and the Soul Catcher on there. That's a lot of burst damage going through. We still have the ban out for the Phantom Lancer. We've got the Klings being banned out, a hero that mouz Sports love to play together with the Lifestealer, but Lifestealer already out, so ban out the Klings. And I like this ban. A Juggernaut. I mean, there's not even a hero that we see picked up very often, but we do see him picked up often together with a pushing lineup. And the Nature's Prophet already there, they don't want to be risking it, and they want to be banning him out. It's gonna be the Magnus that's gonna be banned out still for mouse sports. I mean, the first pick goes to 4FC, so they can decide what to pick up first. And mouse sports, they just don't want to risk 4FC picking that one up. Anti-mage, Black's anti-mage getting banned out is the last one for 4FC. And that's gonna be a Visage banned out. Aggressive tri-lane potential. That's the hero that has that. And let's see what 4FC has in mind for the last pickup. I mean, they kind of lack a bit of stuns. They've got an open wounds, I guess, and mana leak as well as a homing missile, but stun-wise, they don't really have that much. So they pick up a Rubik. That's a lot of disable right there. Not just his own telekinesis, of course, but anything he steals that has a disable on mouseport side could be picked up as well. Mouse sports, I mean, they still could pick up a support hero. I mean, if you were gonna go for hero together with the Shadow Demon for Leshrek or Lina, could be potential. They could also actually go for a Kunkka still. They don't anymore, but they used to.
10 seconds remaining.
Let's see what mouse sports wants to go for though. Do they already want to reveal what they're gonna be doing? It's still gonna be the Luna as expected then.
Radiant team pick.
Like I said, I mean, it makes a great combination with that Shadow Demon. Not because of a follow-up stun or anything like that, just because of that high nuke potential. And it's a lot of nuke. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot of nuke. Don't underestimate it. Let's see, 4FC last pickup incoming right now. We have already got a tri-lane complete. They either need a solo mid, depending on what the Gyrocopter is gonna do, or they need a solo offlane. They need a solo laner, basically. Or in theory, they could still be picking up a jungle hero and then send a Rubik solo mid. Possible too. But we still have the Queen of Pain and the puck in the pool. Queen of Pain and the puck in the pool. Oh my god. But yeah, it's all there. All those solo laners that we normally see. No real solo laners being banned apart from the Bat Rider, I guess. We see, of course, the Windrunner, Beastmaster, you name them, they're still there. Of course, everything is still there for mouse sports as well, so 4FC, they have to pick something up that they know that mouse sports either can't counter or won't counter
10 seconds remaining.
anymore. So if you pick up a Queen of Pain, you kind of can guess that's going to be a puck that's going to be that for mouse sports. And vice versa, I guess also. 1 second left though, 1 second. Clockwork. It's going to be a Clockwork. Now that is interesting. So that's going to be a Gyrocopter then mid. And then a Clockwork on the long lane or on the safe lane, and then an aggressive tri-lane or safe lane, tri-lane with the Lifestealer and the Rubik and the Keeper of the Light. I like it. Let's see what mousesports have in mind. I'm quite surprised that we haven't seen a game without the Queen of Pain and Puck being untouched at all.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Ten seconds remaining.
And let's see what the last pick is gonna be. They're taking their time, I have to say. And that is the Vengeful Spirit. So something with the disable, something with auras, and actually something that could be a potential carry. But let's see what they're gonna do with their lanes now. It looks like they're gonna be leaving the jungle free in this case, and then have Vada on the mid lane on the Nature's Prophet. Vada is normally the safe lane farmer, the mid lane farmer, that is, the mid lane carry, mid lane player, let's put it that way. So leaving no hero in the jungle. But yeah, everybody picked up their heroes already. So we're just waiting for 4FC to do the same thing. One thing that you have to understand about 4FC, and I think probably to have that in comparison to mouse sports, 4FC actually don't really scrim that often.
10 seconds remaining.
Like I've been told maybe twice a week or something. Purely because it's just for friends that like to just play together, rather than really a professional team. Well, mouse sports, they of course, I mean, they want to go to TI3, I'd guess. Not that 4FC doesn't want to be there, but they are not practicing for it, etc.
Prepare for battle.
So I'm kind of curious to see how this is gonna go. And we're gonna see Black playing the Luna. Fada is gonna be swapping around. He's gonna be playing the Darkseer instead. It's gonna be Koikfa playing the Nature's Prophet. And actually, Epi asked how Koikfa was actually pronounced, and it's actually Koikfa. I have been pronouncing it properly all these times. I'm giving myself a shoulder pad right now. Thank you. So Pasta is going to be playing the Vengeful Spirit, Alex on the Shadow Demon, and we jump ourselves over to the Radiant side. Strange Bee on the Keeper of Light, Nose on the Gyrocopter. He's indeed going to be playing the Gyrocopter mid, Krilly on the Lifestealer, and that will leave Boomski on the Rubik, and we are missing one player. And that will be Ares Loco. So Ares Loco is going to be playing the solo lane, the Clockwork. I know, I had to say that extra slow to just make my mind work properly to make sure that I knew which hero it was that was picked up last. Let's see if we got a different HUD. We do not, unfortunately. Well, when I cannot have it all. Cannot have it all. And we have a pause. Oh, he is 4FC is going to the toilet. Well, that happens sometimes, I guess. Okay. Apparently, I'm being slightly distracted because someone is telling a joke in the chat, but the clue is not coming. If it's good enough, I will share it with you for people from watching the VOD and watching in-game client. But nobody is saying the clue. Well, that is a disappointment, unfortunately. We'll check again in a moment. And we have another pause. We have a disconnect from Ares Loco. Indeed picked up the Clockwork, of course. Let's see if we have any more swaps. No, no, they're sticking on their heroes. Needed a reboot. That's what he needed. Okay. So we're gonna have the top lane already going there by Black. We're gonna have then the bottom lane for Quickfire and Nature's Prophet, who's gonna probably be going into the jungle first, to be fair, and then just oh, you got pulled already to clarities, nice. But he's gonna be going into the jungle, and when he's got a couple of levels, he's gonna be on the bottom lane to try and stop the push from happening. Because of course there's gonna be a push that's gonna come happening sooner or later from 4FC. If they realize that there's nobody there. We're gonna be seeing Alex and Pastis. They're gonna be going towards the top as well. And then Fada in the mid lane. Let's see if we can find out the lanes for 4FC. Boomski. It's gonna be the warding person. Krilly is gonna be following him. Can't be eating trees there though. Is he gonna be going to the bottom lane? We know 4FC from having Krilly farming somewhere, and then 4FC the 4 somewhere else, as in 1 mid and 3 on the tri lane. But is it gonna be the same this time? Is Krilly gonna be safe farming on the bottom lane and then have an aggressive tri lane with the Keeper of the Light, the Clockwork of all people, and the Rubik? Or are we still gonna see just a normal Clockwork on the off lane and then a tri lane with the Krilly involved this time in his team? Well. That is, yeah, if you have an issue with hearing me on only one speaker, then that's not an issue that I can fix, I'm sorry. It's just your headphones or speakers that are slowly diminishing in power. It is sad, but it happens. You told a joke. What happens when supermodels go camping? That was a joke. And then he said he told the joke, but I can't find the clue. Oh my god, maybe that's the clue, but there is no clue. That wouldn't be that good of a joke though. It's pretty intense. Oh, well, he didn't say it that much. Well, apparently, what happens when supermodels go camping? It's pretty intense. No. Nope, I don't get it. Well, I get it, but, you know, my brain gets why it should be funny. Or why people would think it's funny, but I don't think it's that funny. I'm sorry. I guess my humor kind of banners me sometimes. Anyway, we're still having a pause. Sorry, people from the in-game client as well for the break, and of course also sorry people from the VOD. But I guess normally when there's a pause this long, someone in the VOD normally says, "Game starts at 11:25," depending on when the game actually starts, of course. So that's that. Anyways, we still have Eros Loco disconnected. I bet he doesn't have an SSD. Solid state drive is what you need to reboot your computer at lightning fast speeds. I recommend everybody to get an SSD. If you put your Windows on an SSD, that will be helping out so much. Like your boot time is like zip. Well, 10 seconds, maybe. So that's that. But yeah, he doesn't have one. Maybe you should get a fund. The Help Eros Local get a SSD fund. SSDs are quite expensive though, like I have to give him that. And normally gamers are not the most rich person in the world. Do you know why? Like, not just is gaming normally doesn't really pay. Also because you don't have time for a temp job because you play Dota. And you have to go to school or college or something, normally, or work. So you don't have time for a temp job, and you're a poor student, and you can't do anything. So you don't have money for an SSD, so I don't blame him, I guess. Sorry is being said, not a problem though. What's this smiley? Why can't I do that smiley? How can I create in one line without a space in between? With a space in between. He just got online on the Skype. Well, admin is laying down the rules. 4 minutes left until the thingy starts. Come on. Oh yeah, EMS will start, and of course StarLadder is casting that as well. The finals of those, that is. Finals are gonna be... You know, you want to see all games, of course. I'm gonna say already, like I normally don't want to send people away from my stream, and that's why I don't. Because if you stick here, and then you switch after this game, you will be able to find the ESM Cup for finals. That's right. It's probably gonna be No Tide Hunter, most likely. Not entirely sure, versus Virtus Pro. Should be a good game. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna watch that. Considering... Oh, actually I did have food. Damn. I have no excuse. Damn. That's bad. I was gonna have an excuse to eat again, but no. Can't have it. Well, if he's already on Skype, well, he is taking a long time booting up his Dota. Dota. 2 minutes. Time's a ticking. You don't have time for a job, you have to go to work. I wish I had a work job. I'm sorry, it's just, I mean, it's a long pause and I might, you know, my fingers get restless so they want to be used. And they want to be moving around the map and stuff. So they want to be making the camera move in circles because it's fun. And you actually use all your buttons for it. See, chat's agreeing with me on the SSD issue. Hello, people in Dota TV. How are you tonight? I realized that over the past casts, and I've done a lot for StarLadder, so if you got a StarLadder ticket, kudos to you. I haven't really addressed you at all. Because I don't know. I normally, I don't know. I don't ignore you. Because I know that you're there. But it's because you can't talk back, I think. But I appreciate you anyway. Love you all. And I also love that the game is back again. Thank you! Thank you. Sorry and welcome back and sorry again. And let's get the show on the road. Let's see where these two are gonna go first. Let's have a wonderful match of Dota 2. Only wonder for if we win. Well, Black, that's a nice way to ruin the spirits. Well, the spirit itself, you know, being friendly towards everybody and stuff, etc. But everybody going towards the bottom lane for now for 4FC. They're gonna clear out the Treant, because the Treant is evil. And they're gonna try to hide. Treant must not see us! No, it sees us. Evil Treant. Is he gonna be able to chase it around until he is almost dead? I think so. Yeah, until he's gonna disappear out of himself. So Krilly is not gonna get that 5 experience. Sorry, Krilly. Sorry. You were juked. You were juked by the Treant. Treant is actually on the top lane. Or sorry, and the Treant is there. It's gonna be there very soon, I think. If Koikfa makes it happen. Wow, that's Ruby picking up the Invis rune. What a sound that was. But it's gonna be a safe lane for 4FC, so they're gonna be having Krilly farming, and the Clockwork indeed on a safe lane, and then of course still in the mid lane, up against Fada on the Darkseer, and the Nature's Prophet. He's gonna be going into the jungle, but he will be rotating towards bottom if needed. Because for now it's of course not needed. He did pick up his Gloves of Haste, so he's gonna go for a fast Hand of Midas, trying to get his experience and gold up that way, trying to get the advantage in the game. Because of course, I mean, for both lineups right now, it is the case that mousesports actually have someone dedicated to farm inside that jungle, while for 4FC they don't. They have 2 supports that are gonna be useless very soon because they can't get anything done on the bottom lane because there's nobody there. Well, they can pull and stack. That's nice. And that's very nice against for the Gyrocopter as well, of course, because he wants to get his farm up at some point to get an edge. But it's not the same as having one dedicated extra farmer, and that's of course something that vice versa is going to be very good for 4FC. Not the fact that they don't have a farmer, but Gyrocopter and Lifestealer, 2 carry heroes basically, up against the solo carry potential of Black's Luna. And now we have seen that Black can do this on the Luna. We've seen it before. But it's still, I mean, if the game goes long enough, in theory, 4FC should be getting ahead purely based on the carry potential of their heroes. Sentry Ward being placed by Boomski, they realize that though, and they're gonna be able to counter with this one as well. And they're gonna just try to probably stack this for the Gyrocopter later on. Let's see if he's indeed gonna do that. He needs about 3 seconds before he can. First blood happens. Wow, that's my bad. Clockwork. It's the first one for a long time that I missed, but it's the Clockwork that goes down. It is indeed going to be the Ancient stack. But in theory, Clockwork shouldn't have died. That's my point. Like normally you're gonna expect where is someone gonna die, where is the first blood gonna happen. It shouldn't be on the top lane. It shouldn't be on the safe lane. That's why, or suicide lane that is. Because even though it's called suicide lane, I know in theory Clockwork should be safe. He has got his power cogs, he shouldn't be overextending, he should be trying to get his level 2 while being safe, while being blocking the creep wave, etc. And he can get his level 2 right now even, and he can be therefore no longer having to leave the space of his tower basically, because he can use his flare to help with the pushes, and then the counter push. They're gonna try again though. There's gonna be a soul catcher on him as well. He locks himself in together with Black, and he locks himself in together with illusions from the disruption, and that is gonna be a kill for Alex once again. Second kill on the board for mousesports. With both of them actually gonna go to Alex. He is rich, and that's gonna mean a boost for him and a flying courier for his team, and maybe even some more supporting items if he wants to have those. In the meantime, on the middle lane, we have got mouz on 15 for 5, with Fada being on 13 for 0. So very even for now. And on the bottom lane is, of course, clearly he is free farming. He is, of course, we can consider him farming up against Black. Black so far, he is 18 for 6, so he's 2 ahead, but he also, I mean, he is pushing a bit harder, and with pushing might come the chance to miss some last hits if you're prioritizing pushing over something else. So really depends on how they're going to be running that lane. For now, it is going to be Black that's pulling ahead, but it's very even, and in theory, even they should be even because both have free farm. Now that Eris Loco died twice, he should be even safer than he was before. Gonna just scout out with his flare. He doesn't have any wards. The ward is on the dire side instead. So he just has to be very careful. And here they come. Disruption can be there. There we go. Soul Catcher as well. There's gonna be a stun to follow it up. Here comes Black as well. Losing beam. There comes a stun. Losing beam not even needed just yet. He wants to use it for the last hit. Not even needed. Who needs bomb mana? Well, you can just right click your opponent to death. That's a 3rd kill on the top lane. And Eris Loco should really reconsider his positioning right now, as Boomski finds himself the 2nd invisibility rune for him.
Is under attack.
So we're gonna be seeing still the 2 supports trying to do in the jungle what they can. But yeah, it's gonna be not as much as the Nature's Prophet can do, and he has almost got his Hand of Midas ready. And even then he'll be pulling up ahead even faster. And of course, when that happens, when he's got his Hand of Midas, I'll put up the net worth, because that's gonna be a bit more important then, because his last hits, we can't really look at his last hits. I mean, he is doing okay with number-wise, but last hits, of course, in the jungle mean less than last hits on the lane. In the meantime, mouz, he's 29 for 9 with Fada being 23 for 0. So still fairly even, slightly in favor of mouz, but he has to be careful because there's going to be a ganking coming for him soon. The disruption and the follow-up stun for the Vengeful Spirit is there. A lot of burst damage with the Soul Catcher on there as well. And those supports are, because of those kills, are already level 3. That is big. At level 5, having your supports at level 3. I mean, it sounds stupid, but it's actually pretty decent. As we're going to have a Keeper of Light level 4, so they're doing really well as well, and the Rubik level 2. And they are going to go for him, but he does see them right now. He should be seeing them very soon. It is still daytime, of course, and they're actually rotating. And now he sees them. As the smoke runs out, they rotate back towards the top lane. And Noah is being very happy that he just was going to get something from the courier. And he's going to be having his level 6, so he's going to be able to spam that out. Of course, it's a very short cooldown. And he's going to be able to get some more last hits with that, as it looks like a 6-minute rune. Is he going to get lucky? Yes, he is. A regen rune for Fada.
Middle tower is under attack.
And this time Alex is going to rotate towards the clockwork, perhaps. We're going to be backing off again. Well, that's fast. Realizing that maybe Eris Loco saw something since he didn't come forward again. We have a push in the meantime on the bottom lane. 4FC trying to push down the tier 1. Fada though, he actually rotated towards the bottom lane and now leaving Alex to get the experience in the mid lane. And Fada might be able to push the lane back out again. Should be able to, I think. Should definitely be able to. I'm gonna see mouz maybe trying to clear out the small camp again. Fortification for the dire creeps. Wait a second, because I'm gonna check if Eris Loco can get away from this one. There is an eclipse on Luna, and well, does he want to use it? He actually could if he wants to. There he goes, but the creep wave, and the creep wave is actually might be able to save Eris Loco's life. Whoa, why do you run back? One more hit is gonna be doing the job. Black getting the kill, getting his 2nd kill of the game. And in the meantime, the bottom lane wasn't able to get pushed just yet. One more push might just do the job. As Black still took a lot of harassment from the tower, but he does have Tranquil Boot, so he will be able to survive. Nature's Prophet ultimate bouncing through, but the tower will still go down. No deny. Illuminate flying through, and this might be the Q that Fada needed to go back towards the mid lane, but he's still sticking here. Of course, the Darkseer in theory has been the offlane hero for a long time, so maybe he just wants to stick here. I want to give the experience to Shadow Demon, just to make sure that he gets level 6, so that they can do something against that Lifesteal, Demonic Purge, etc. Because, you know, if you look at it, that's basically the only thing that they have against a Rage. a raged Lifestealer. And of course it's a very good thing to have as well. The thing about a Lifestealer is when he's raged, his job is to attack people. It sounds very stupidly simple, but it is. And if you then have a demonic purge on him, you can just, your opponents can run away from you, and that's something that, you know, it's gonna be stopping him from using his rage. Or at least from getting the better out of his rage, let's put it that way. And Fada rotates now again back towards the middle lane. Alex though, invisibility rune, he's gonna ignore that for now, he's gonna pretend he's placing a ward. That's not seen by 4FC. And the rotation comes to Alex, to the bottom lane. There is Loco, gonna be his target. Maybe with the next creep wave they'll try. And he's just waiting for it. There's Loco still sitting around the tower. Oh, and there he saw that though, that flare, he went straight over him. Or did he see it? Yeah, he should have. Disruption, Soul Catcher, where's the rest? Here they come. And this should be definitely a kill. Losing Beam will finish it off. And then the burst damage is insane. The TPs are gonna come in though. They want to try to do something. That's the 5th time that clockwork went down, by the way. All the kills at 0-5, everything. Everything on air is Loco.
You will have your vengeance, spirit.
And that's gonna be the tower at least not dropping.
Radiant's top
So that advantage is something that 4FC keeps. The tower on the bottom lane. But they paid for it with the TPs, of course. But their job is fairly simple. Postpone the game. Make the game as long as possible. Make sure that Mousesports cannot get that foot in the door. Make sure that Nose as well as Krilly get the time to farm up. And who cares about a Clockwork that died 5 times if you got a big farm fat Lifestealer and Gyrocopter on the map on the same team. Those are the ones that are gonna count. Those are the ones that are gonna hurt. And for the Clockwork, even if he dies often,
Radiant's top
his
tower is
cogs
under
will
attack.
still be able to be a big part of the teamfights. They can disrupt teamfights so easily. And it's a spell, so you don't need big farm for that. You don't need high levels for that. You're fine if you died zillions of times. He still has his cogs. Level 2 for now. We'll get level 4 at some point. Doesn't even need it to be per se, but he kind of course he wants it. And of course Krilly has got a Hand of Midas as well, but he is gonna have to compete with the Hand of Midas of the Nature Prophet, as in the extra experience that Krilly gets from that Hand of Midas, compared to his opposing team, of course, is gonna be neglected by Mousesports doing the same thing on the Nature's Prophet. They don't have a Hand of Midas up on black though.
Absolutely not.
He's gonna go for a Manta Style first, not even for BKB, surprisingly. There's gonna be a push coming on the top lane fairly soon. Nature's Prophet also rotating for this one. They don't have Alex though. The tower might actually drop, however. There is a fortification if they want to use it. The next push should get the job done if they continue that. In the meantime, Fada popping a haste rune looking for someone. Gonna be clearing out the small camp first. They know that he's there though. Flare will scout him out. But the small camp is already dead. And Nose cannot do anything anymore. He also picked up a Yasha, so also going for a Manta Style. Deny on the tower, very nice. So the towers are even, but of course one tower being denied, the other one is not. Boomski and Strangebee having to be careful. Black on his way, and he has got an Eclipse. Even if you're going for a 2-on-1, that's not a good position to be in as a support. Darkseid in the meantime going for a mechanism. I'm gonna have it complete very soon. In the meantime, it felt like there was a frozen bottom or top lane for a second, but everybody just stood still. Apparently, one was last hitting, one was supporting, and the other one was waiting for them to go away. In the meantime, we haven't really seen anything of Nose just yet, but then again, like I said, 4FC, they're not too sad about the situation. They are doing okay. Actually, let me switch to net worth. I forgot to do that earlier. We do have Black farming most of all. He is highest on net worth. And of course, I mean, that's going to be contributed to the kills. He's got 3 last hits of those kills that they got on Eris Loco. But if you neglect those kills, then Krilly, he's doing really well. And he, of course, has a Hand of Midas to help him get ahead. Sorry for those sounds, if you heard those. Armlet's almost up on Krilly. And we have got the gold going back and forth. It's not really saying that much just yet though. 1k gold in favor of mouse sports. You can contribute that to only kills, I'd say. Experience graph, that's kills, mostly. In the meantime, we're gonna follow bottom lane because it looks like they want to go for Hero's Logo again. Can he get himself out of the tree? He has to be gone. He gets blocked in by Tree's Eclipse. That's a kill. TP in though. And oh, pass. Gonna get dropped down still, and that is already also the black going down 2 for 1. That is not worth killing off Hero's Loco for the 6th time over. Using the losing pass on his Vengeful Spirit, that's fine. But losing black? No. Not cool. Not cool for mouse sports. 2 kills going the way of 4FC. And no tier 1 tower, no tier 2 tower dropping. In the meantime, the harassment continues in the middle lane. Nose hasn't left yet and is just continuing being here in the mid lane. He is like doing the whole broodmother thing. As soon as you leave him alone, your tower is gonna get pushed.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
In the meantime, bottom towers are gonna get pushed as well. We have got Koikfa sitting there as well as Alex. Open moves now up on Alex. Demonic Purge trying to help out. Here comes Eris Loco. He gets a hook in up on Alex. Disruption. He gets an Eris Loco. Demonic Purge has run out. Does he have a tango? No, he jumps himself in and out of the creep though, but it doesn't do anything. He's not fast enough. They can't get it done. On the bright side, the tower is also still alive, so they do get that one. In the meantime, it is Nose that actually went down. It is Pass that came to help out with the swap and the stun, and Darcy is still taking a lot of damage from that cooldown that came down, but it's still gonna be a kill for Fada. His first kill in the game, his first involvement in a kill, and it is the Gyrocopter that went down for the first time. His pressure that he laid down, a bit getting the better of him. And Mechanism now also up on Fada being complete for that one. As we still have that one being built up by the Keeper of the Light. Strangebee still needs, well, actually, doesn't need anything. He's got it complete just now. Cool. A nice amount of gold he has, to be fair. Nice counterboarding. Should be able to see that on the high ground as well, though. Use the courier to scout it out. That's risky, though. That is so risky to use the courier for that. Hello, Pass. Yep. They realize that it's there, though. I like that they used the courier for that. Sorry for my hectic camera movement, I just realized it now. I got 1300 gold up on the Gyrocopter. Let's see what he's gonna buy. Because normally when there is a Gyrocopter picking up the Yasha and the Phase Boots, I mean, he's not really going for the Mansell straight away. He might be going for the Helm of the Dominator first. Vacuum back in. In the meantime, bottom lane is gonna have 3 people pushing in. Telekinesis up on Koikfa. As he's gonna get killed off. 1 more hit needed. And that is gonna be Rubik picking him up. And that is a kill, and still the bottom tower still surviving. Black now coming in towards the middle lane. Let's see if they can get something done there. Or if he's just passing through. Almost got his Manta Style ready, by the way. He is indeed just passing through. We do have a Surge up. They want to go for Nose, looking for that stun, looking for that swap. But the Surge up on the Vengeful Spirit was too obvious. And the Flak Cannon will help clean out the creep wave. They're not going to go in right now again.
Regeneration.
Mechanism indeed up. And like I said, 4FC is going to be happy with the situation. Even though they're not ahead on kills or anything like that, they are still farming, and they realize their farm is not bad, obviously. And we see them being on top of the list in the top 3. Their main carries are there. In the meantime, on the middle lane, we have got the Vengeful Spirit getting dropped down inside those power cogs. There is Loco making amends. Making amends for sure. They only pick up the support Vengeful Spirit, but it is still nice. In the meantime, fortification for the tier 2 tower top. Can they defend it? Looks like they can. We also got a Keeper of Lighting coming with a couple of Illuminates, of course. It is still not going to be the easiest job because, of course, the tower is already down to half HP, but it is at least slowly but steadily getting defended, but also getting chopped down. In the meantime, the tier 1 tower is still standing on all the other lanes for both sides. Want to pick down a bit more than the other. I mean, I'm kind of curious to see what this Nature's Prophet is going to be going for mouse sports. I mean, like I said, there's 2 carries up on 4FC and only Black on the Luna on the mouse sport side. So they kind of need to have a semi carry. And Nature's Prophet can definitely do that, though. He can be that semi carry that mouse sports needs him to be. He's gonna go for Shadow Blade for the first item by the looks of it. Almost has it complete. But there's also an item that he kind of needs for split pushing a lot. And of course that's something that 4FC can actually deal with. Because they've got a Keeper of Light, they've got a Clockwork with flares. So they're definitely not too sad about, you know, being forced to use that. But is that Nature's Prophet going to be able to be a semi-carry in this game? He has only died once so far. His farm is decent. He is still on the top 5 as, you know, doing okay for himself. Question is, can he live up to the expectation that's needed for him? Or can Black just pull ahead so far at some point that it's not even needed for him and Black can just solo everybody? Of course, that's also the goal for Black. We know that. But he is ahead on net worth. But he is not that far ahead of the rest of the carries for 4FC. Black has got his Manta style complete now though. And is just continuing pushing top. And he will be able to split push soon as well, as we have Krilly actually going eye to eye with Fada. Now open wounds, gonna try to help out. Demonic Purge, so is gonna stop him from going in on that, and that might actually be him in some trouble. Vacuum back in. He still of course has an infest, has a rage. And Mousesports know that, so they're not gonna try and chase that. Era's Loco actually coming in as well. We do have Quake Fight just sitting around the tower for a bit. This might be trouble for Strange, but he pops his ultimate. Tower is gonna get dropped fairly soon. Blinding Light trying to help out, but where is the rest? Mana leak up on Quake Fire. Here comes Nose with his own invisibility rune, and that is Quake Fire dead. Nice job. Shadowblade not gonna save you now. Black might actually go down with this as well. He's gonna be chased down by a Home Missile, and the rest is just chasing him down. Flak Cannon trying to help out, but the Home Missile is not cancelled by that one. They know exactly where he's going to, and the Home Missile level 1 only, so it will not be enough to take him down. But maybe it's gonna be close enough for Rocket Barrage. Yes it is, and that's a kill. Here comes Pasto, looking for revenge. Gets the stun up on Nose. Wave of Terror, but the Illuminate flying through, and the Flare as well as the Home Missile up on Paz right now. He has to be careful. He's only being supported by Fada, and even though Darkseer can do big things, being up against 3 people versus 2 is still always being at a slight disadvantage, I'd say. 6 to 7. And this is important to note, because it's 6 for 7 for kills, so it's fairly even, you'd say, on the kills. But one thing that you have to be keeping in mind, out of the 7 kills that Mouseport has, 6 are on Era's Loco. And now you might say, oh my god, Era's Loco feeding, but it's not that bad, because it kind, or at least for the scores, it kind of means that all the other heroes for 4FC are still haven't died yet. Hook in, Alex, trouble. And there he's gonna go down for sure. No way to save him now. And Era's Loco taking the last hit. Here comes Black though. He has got an Eclipse. But the Rage is always actually on cooldown for Krilly. He might actually go down. He still has an Armlet to toggle of course as well. It looks like Black's gonna wait until that happens. Armlet toggling and that's gonna be a kill. Era's Loco now locked inside the power cogs. But also gonna try to just TP out. No losing beam just yet. Never mind. There it is. And that's a kill. A double kill for Black. Not worth killing a support Shadow Demon over. But yeah, what I was just saying, apparently, well, it's still kind of true. I mean, 7 out of the 9 kills that Mouseport did were on Era's Loco, but it kind of like, look. This is better to see, actually. There's still 2 people on the side of 4FC that haven't died yet. Of course, those are the 2 supports. But yeah, also the carries have only died once so far. And basically, if you look at the carries for Mouseport, Black has actually died twice, Quickfoot died twice, Pest died twice, you know. It's it definitely makes a difference. We have got the push on the bottom lane getting stopped by just a TP coming in. Of course, we also have still Strange Bee and Nose hanging around there. In the meantime, the tier 1 middle is being picked off by Black though. And he's already got 2700 gold in his pocket as well. 2800 right now with the tower as well as the last hits that he got. We're gonna see the gold graph being very, very even. 20 minutes into this game, it's still... Everything can happen, everything could happen. With the experience graph saying the exact same thing. Slightly in favor of Mouse, but just by 1k is really not that big of a difference. If we look at the levels, it's going to be seeing what kind of difference there actually is. Infest actually on Era's Loco. Let's see if they can find someone. We'll find out. Gonna go for Quakefat perhaps. Or maybe Black. So of course Black is the most preferred target, I'd say. But yeah, Black is the highest level in the game. It's level 15. Then we have 2 level 14s up on 4FC. Of the carries, of course, and then, I mean, it kind of looks the same as the gold graph, I'd say. The gold graph, yeah, it looks about the same as that, and it looks also like Era's Loco is still looking for something, but he can't find anybody. Nature's Prophet is actually TP'd towards the base. And the rest of Mousesports is sitting around the bottom lane. And this is all time that Krilly is not able to farm. He is wasting his time right now, sitting inside that clockwork that has died 7 times.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The Roshan being attempted now by Mousesports. There's no wards here at all for 4FC, so they have no idea this is happening apart from the flare that just happened. And now we see Clockwork TPing, still with the Nyx in him, looking for that hook. He's just gonna have to shoot it around this area, and he'll hit, he'll hook. He needs to have his team to back him up though, because 2 versus 4 is not gonna happen. Roshan Aegis dies, picked up by Luna. Are they gonna go in still, or are they gonna back off? Looks like they're gonna be backing off, and there's the Infest out. Really thinks, screw this, I'm gonna farm, and I don't blame him. BKB being built up by Nose as he also finished up his Mantis Cell. So did finish up his Mantis Cell before going for something else. Quite interesting to see that. But just wants to be keeping up with Black. Though Black already has got his BKB ready. And the 2k gold up on the Gyrocopter means that he doesn't have it yet. TP into the top lane. Gonna be careful for Strange Bee. Illuminate flying through, just trying to push it back a bit. He has to be running very fast now because here comes Black. And he's got surged up. And they want to go for this. Losing beam hits on Strange Bee. And that is gonna be Black. What is he gonna do? Where's he gonna go? Is he gonna try to get them from behind? Courier, careful. Hasted Courier is gonna be Black taking it down. 1 hit needed. No, Eclipse. He wants to go for this. Mechanism helping out though. Can he get something done? Yes, he can. It is Boomskit that goes down. Now comes Krilly from the side. He gets locked inside a Sprout though. Cooldown coming down from Nose. It is gonna be an Infest out, but it's still gonna be the Lifestealer that goes down. Here's Loco. Locks the cogs around Black. And Black just picks up the tower regardless. Gonna get burned all his mana by those cogs, but it doesn't matter. He is still full on life. Uses his 6 charges to get his mana back up, and it's gonna be the Darkseer with his illusion of the Keeper of the Light, killing off the Keeper of the Light, and the only one left alive is Nose, who's gonna be running away to home because he is in trouble. And he's one hit away from dying, and he has to be really careful. He has to make sure he's not going to get in vision. In the meantime, it is going to be Mousesports that are going to make the best of this. They're going to try to push down the tier 2 tower. In the meantime, the tier 3 is going to get a rest on the top lane already as well. So it's going to be all bad news right now for 4FC as they lose their tier 2 bottom. And all of a sudden, they're 2 towers behind on Mousesports. And they need more time. Black seems to be already done with farming. He seems to be ready to take fights. But 4FC, they can't find that good team fight just yet. They still have that combination though, but they can't get the right team fight going for them right now. Not when Black is that farm. Not when Black has his BKB basically. BKB almost ready up on the Gyrocopter. Just needs 300 gold. And then he has it. The homing missile still chasing up on Alex. But it doesn't really matter. It's only still homing missile level 1, so the damage is neglectable, and you know, he's gonna be supported by his team anyway, so he's not in really any danger of dying. It's gonna be the Desolator that Krilly is gonna pick up, and he has got that one complete. Maybe next time the fight will be different. I mean, like I said, if 4FC hangs on long enough, they do have the potential to take this game, and they have got, of course, a lot of counter push, a lot of turtle potential. I mean, you have a Fate Bolt, you have Flares, you have Illuminates, you have Infest damage, you have you have Black Cannon. Definitely important. And right now on Quickfire, he actually picked himself up a Scythe of Ice, so we'll be able to also shut down at least one of those 2 carries that 4FC has. So that is even for carry-wise, carry numbers-wise. Strange Bee having his 4 staff ready, Nose. Has his BKB. Let's see what Mousesports is planning, because they must realize that, you know, if the game goes longer, it's not going to be much in their favor. So maybe they would just want to try the 5-man push on the bottom lane. Infest again on the Clockwork. At least I think it's on the Clockwork. There he is. Yeah, he has got that one. There's no vision here for 4FC though. They're fighting blind. And that's going to be something that they can change, of course. There's no gem upon Mousesports. 4 staff almost up on pass, by the way. He has got a lot of sentry wards though. They want to keep that map control. Pipe up now also up on Fada. And we're going to see Black going for a Butterfly. And the split push is going to come. Mid tier 2 seems to be the goal for Black. Maybe they can try to get the attention towards the bottom lane first with a couple of other heroes, but Black will be pushing down the mid tier 2. There is a fortification, but I don't think they want to use it for a tier 2 tower. They shouldn't want to. They need to have it for the tier 3s and for barracks. Illuminate's still gonna do a lot of damage to Black. And this is a real one. Who can it fast Black? That is his age is gone, and that is why Luna is being considered a glass cannon swap up on Krilli, but Pass is gonna pay for that one. He's gonna go down. Now Black turns on his BKB and the Eclipse, but BKB's in return, and Black is gonna be the one on the run this time. Can they find him? One more hit needed, and he doesn't get it. 14 HP. And a disconnect from the Nature's Prophet. That is gonna be oh, that's gonna be bad. You can't disconnect in these kind of fights. Looks like they're gonna let Black run. Darkseer, or look, gonna let Black run. There's a flare again in 3 seconds. Let's see if Black can dodge that one. We're gonna see Fowler in some trouble as the Gyrocops looks to be taking his attention to him. And then nobody is saying anything. The suspense. Oh, hello. Thank you. We need a long time. Why do you need a long time? Someone disconnected that has a wooden PC. Famous 2132. That was, of course, the time that it was needed earlier, or at least a 4-minute mark, etc. Anyways. Okay, apparently I pronounced Strangeby's name wrong. Strangby. Well, it looked like Strangeby. Strangby, sorry. For bastarding your name. There's the reconnect. Yeah, rather unfortunate timing. Indeed. 14 HP. Can he make it or not? Get your bets in now. Gonna keep an eye on there as Loco. He's gonna be landing that flare. Or not. Let's see. I'm just gonna follow Black. But we're still gonna see Darkseer maybe going down. Flare? Flare. Ah, but he came back. He's right here. He's looking for his Loco. He gets a kill. In the meantime, Fada is still on the run from these two. Is there another mana leak? No, there is not. There's already on cooldown. Home missile still gonna hit, but they have to be careful because from behind, here comes Alex. Disruption is already up on Nose. Gonna get a losing beam. Black. Tranquil Boots working out for the best for him, and Nose gets turned into a picture, and this could turn around real fast. Double kill for Koigfa, and that is gonna be 4 heroes dead on the side of 4FC, and that is gonna be Mouse Sports pushing on. They've got the lanes in their favor, and they're gonna go for this. The fight looked so so well for 4FC. Disruption, Soul Catcher, and that last one alive is Strangby going down as well. Buys back though. Illuminate might be able to help out here. The fight looked to be going so well for 4FC, but then all of a sudden, on pause, turn around. Tactical pauses have happened. Blinding Light helping out, Illuminate flying through. Soon, TP incoming from the Lifestealer. Hook in up on Alex, looking for the cogs, finds it as well. Demonic Purchase from Curly, cannot reach the target. Has to find a target, finds Alex. Alex dead. BKB is already out again for Black, and that is gonna be 4FC Curly dead for the 2nd time in a row. Fate Bolt going through. They still pick up the melee barracks. There is still Demonic Purge being stolen. Swap into safety though for Black. Pass risking his life for that one. Open moves now up on Koigfa. Do they have vision? They don't have a dust anymore, but Central Ward goes down. Pass is still going to be picked off. And it's going to be Black that's going to be the next target. There's no open wounds again for another 4 seconds though, and they can't find him. Koigfa, Shadow Blade on cooldown. But it doesn't matter. Oh, he ate the wrong tree, and the Blinding Light doesn't happen, or at least, sorry, the TP is still going to go through. Blinding Light wasn't even there. The Illuminate, I mean. And then it's going to be a Butterfly ready for Black. The melee barracks being picked off. And there's gonna be Luna getting ahead with that farm. Look at that now worth difference. All of a sudden, Nature's Prophet as well. Is indeed being that semi-carrier that his team needed to be.
Pull roots and run.
No doubt about that. He can help carry his team. Split push and right click damage. That's what we want to see on the Nature's Prophet. In the meantime, Krilli, 500 gold. He's died 4 times now, and he of course died twice in a row in that fight. It was a bit unfortunate for him, I have to say. I mean, he could have probably survived if... I don't know what if, actually. We'll see. Well, we'll never know if he could have survived or not. 1200 gold upon Black. And let's see when Mousesports wants to make their next move. They are a bit more comfortable than they were before, of course. The pressure to get those barracks down real fast, to get the push going real fast is of course a bit gone. As they got now one set of wrecks, or at least one wrecks down. But it should be still there. I mean, with the gyrocopter and the flak cannon and the illuminate, that one racks will not make any difference later on in the game, or at least not that much. Not when you've got a farmed up gyrocopter and lifestealer there. But can 4FC farm up in time is the question. Because that's what they need to be doing. And we're going to see again lifestealer infested in the clockwork. And he's gonna TP towards the base because he realizes the push comes elsewhere, just as Nature's Prophet shows himself. That's a bit unfortunate. Illuminate flying through, 3 heroes on the bottom lane here. With Black just split pushing middle with his Manta style illusions. And knows he cannot farm anywhere anymore. He has to be sitting at his base, ready for the push. That's what they have to be doing. They can't really go out anymore. Not with this lineup for mouz. Oops. Camera work. Impeccable. Well, I guess that's why a lot of people buy an in-game ticket. So they can do it themselves. Can watch what they want to watch themselves. Illuminate flying through. And that is going to be still Mousesports going to continue to go. They popped that pipe actually. Fade Bolt not going to be meaning anything. Mechanism helping out the creeps. Quakefa standing here as well. Dark Zero going through. Vacuum in there as well. But knows. Pops up his BKB. Gonna go for Quakefa. Quakefa goes down. But he buys back. Can be here any moment again as Black. He pops his Eclipse. He's gonna be picking off 3 heroes in a row. Can he go for more? Is it gonna be a swap? Knows. Trouble. It is only a triple kill still for Black. And it's gonna be the 4th one. The 5th one to go down right now on the side of 4FC though. Strangely, I don't think he can stay alive in his base. Fada's gonna die for that. But he buys back anyway. And that is gonna be 1 set of Rex down, 2 set of Rex down, and I think this might actually be GG because there's no buyback apart from Nose and on the clockwork, and with the 2 of them they can't do anything against the lineup for mouz right now. But if they want to try, they have to buy back right now, and they don't want to try it. They call the GG. Mousesports victorious. Still gonna make their dream happening, or at least they hope so. They have to go up, of course, against Virtus Pro on Thursday, which is going to be their most important match left for Star Series here in Season 5. But for now, they're doing good. For now, they still are on the right path to go to Kiev. Still have a couple of more games to play, so stay tuned to Star Series. This was, however, the last game of the day. And it was the 3rd game of the day. I will be sending you on your way to a different stream, most likely. Well, you can, of course, keep watching here so you can see commercials and support me. Also, by the way, follow me on Twitter if you want to support me on twitter.com/SheeverGaming. But also, there is right now, should be a finals going on between No Tidehunter and Virtus Pro, if I'm correct. And that's going to be the finals for the 4th cup for EMS. So tune in to Toby1's stream, I think, for that one. And tune in for me for commercials and maybe some matchmaking, but I'm not entirely sure yet. Anyways, I will be right back. Stick around for commercials, music, and me, I guess. Oh, that sounded bad. Anyways, be back.